Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's been a while, yeah? So today I'm gonna tell you about my USMLE Step 2 CK experience. I sat it in Ankara, Turkey on the 23rd of June. Last year I took my USMLE Step 1 exam in the same test center, but I stayed in a different hotel. Last year I stayed at Niza hotel. It was also very close to this test center, but it was located on the different side of the test center. This year I decided to stay in a different place and I chose China Hotel. It was only 350 meters away from the test center. I booked it through Booking.com when I was in Belarus. Keep in mind that if you are already in Turkey, you cannot use this website to book hotels because it doesn't work. So you can book a hotel if you are in a different country, but you cannot use it to create a booking if you are already in Turkey. The cost of this hotel was 27 euros, breakfast included. But when I came there, I realized that it was not enough for me to stay for one night. So in the hotel itself, I booked another night. So in total, it cost me 50 euros per 2 nights. The ride from the Ankara airport to the China hotel cost me $12. Okay, so last year I stayed at Niza hotel. It was much smaller but far nicer than China hotel. The staff was very friendly and they met me halfway in almost every question. The variety of food was not so great as it was in China hotel, but the quality and taste was much better. I came there in early morning and I had the whole day ahead of me. So I decided to repeat some information before the exam, go to the store and buy some food, and also I was planning to rest and have a good night's sleep, which I unfortunately didn't have. I had a lot of nightmares that I'm coming late for my exam, so I woke up every 30 or 40 minutes to check the time. I set the alarm on 3 different devices, but it didn't help. I was still so tense and I just couldn't relax. In the morning before the exam, I was a little bit dizzy and nauseated, so I barely could eat. I drank a cup of coffee and ate something sweet. It is very important to pack all your things the night before the exam in order not to forget anything. You should take your passport, your exam permit. This is a very important document that you should download and bring to the test center. Also, don't forget the food. I brought 1.5 liters of water, 2 sandwiches with bacon and cheese, several bananas and apples. All the food I bought in a nearby store that is called A101. Also, I bought 2 small packs of cookies, but I didn't even open them. Moreover, in advance you should prepare your clothes. You can take a t-shirt, jeans and also something warm, such as cardigan or a pullover. But please keep in mind that every time you are entering the test room, you should show that your pockets are empty. And if you have too many pockets, it would steal your time. Okay, so now I'm gonna tell you about the exam itself. So it consists of 8 blocks and you have approximately 5 minutes of break time after each block. During this time, I highly recommend walking. I walked down or up the stairs, I did a brief gymnastics to my eyes and also I stretched my muscles because from the 4th block it was extremely difficult for me to maintain my posture and my upper back and neck started hurting immensely. Okay, so the first 3 blocks of the exam were quite easy for me. I was really surprised and very content, but I was disappointed from the fourth block. Fourth block was a nightmare. I marked almost all the questions in this block with the intention to return to them and think. But I barely had time to finish this block. The story repeated in the fifth block. It was also very difficult for me. I was sure only in about 5 questions. Do you know the feeling when you have to run very fast, but your legs are so heavy you cannot move them? This was the feeling inside my head during these fourth and fifth blocks. My thoughts seemed very thick, so I couldn't think fast and I was easily distracted. Luckily, from the sixth block, the situation slightly improved and my mental processes became faster. The questions were not so difficult as they were in previous 2 blocks, but they were more hard than they were in the first 3 blocks. So at the end of the exam, I decided that 1/3 of the questions were quite easy, 1/3 were extremely hard, and 1/3 were, in the middle. I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos where students who took USMLE Step 2 CK told that this exam was much easier than USMLE Step 1. Well, honestly, I do not think so. There is a lot of information for the USMLE Step 1 that should be memorized, but in the USMLE Step 2 CK, the questions are vague, and when you're reading the answer options, it seems like the difference in them is not so significant, and several answer options could be correct. So I think that for the American students, it is easier to take the USMLE Step 2 CK, but for the IMGs, USMLE Step 2 CK is not easier, but somehow it is more difficult than USMLE Step 1, and you should not underestimate the difficulty of this exam. And since there is pass-fail for the USMLE Step 1, it is extremely important to have a good score for the USMLE Step 2 CK. So, about my preparation. I used UWorld extensively for 3 months and a half before my exam. It is crucial to create flashcards. You can put a lot of information in them. For example, tables, schemes, vaccinations, biostats, and so on. It is very comfortable to recall all the necessary information right before the exam using these flashcards. I want to emphasize how important it is to create your own tags at the bottom of each flashcard. It would facilitate so much your finding of a particular flashcard. So there is one automatical tag, but you can add as many as you like. Also, in the beginning of my preparation, I read Step Up to Medicine 5th edition, but I wouldn't recommend it because there was no information that would help me during the exam. Also, I read several chapters in USMLE Step 2 CK Secrets. Okay guys, so I resumed my work as an anesthesiologist and ICU physician in Gomel Regional Maternity Hospital from August. I decided not to participate in the upcoming match because I haven't had a United States clinical experience, and also I'm planning to take a USMLE Step 3. I'm looking for an externship, but it is much more difficult than to find an observership, especially in anesthesiology. Okay guys, so if you enjoyed this video, please like it. And in the next video, I'm gonna tell you about my OET experience. Stay with me, bye!